Wuthering Waves failed. It's some shit that y'all would never ever hear me say a day in my fucking life. Did y'all really think I was about to start this video off saying that Wuthering Waves is a bad game, that Wuthering Waves failed? Absolutely not. You are out of your damn mind. What's up, y'all? Zeus here, back with another Wuthering Waves video, and this is gonna be another discussion kind of video. So, well, this is a little bit outdated. This came out on June 1st. I'm gonna put the tweet up right on screen over the gameplay. Top 10 gacha games revenue in May, mobile only. I want everyone to remember that, mobile only. Wuthering Waves right now in 7th place with around 25 million over 9 days since launch. HSR 1st, Genshin 2nd, Solo Leveling 5th place. This is the revenue of combined regions, CN, JP, Global, etc. Source, Gacha Revenue, and Sensor Tower websites. So, now, let's look at the stats. So, we have HSR in first with 87.3 mil for the month of May. Genshin Impact with 53.3 mil. Naruto Mobile with 46.8, Arknights with 44.6, Solo Leveling Arise with 39, Love in Deep Space, whatever the fuck that is, with 33.5, Wuthering Waves 24.8, Nike with 20 flat, Fate Go with 19.8, and Monster Strike with 16 flat. So, we see that Wuthering Waves in 9 days has managed to hit top 7 in overall gacha revenue for mobile in 9 days, something that is accumulated over a month-long period. Wuthering Waves had managed to make top 10, and they're not even, it's not like they're 10. They're not 10. They're well into the list. They're not 9, it's not 10. Like, they're at a good spot in the list. They're in the 7, which, you know, for a game that came out 9 days ago, well, at the time of the tweet, that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. So why is it that when I see the replies to this, I see this. I thought Wuwa was supposed to be a competitor to Genshin and be the supposed killer. It can't even compete against the most filler Genshin Impact banner. Buddy, mobile made damn near half of Genshin Impact's revenue in 9 days. Do we not see the problem here? Like, Wuthering Waves made almost half of Genshin Impact's monthly revenue for the month of May specifically, because I know the fucking Hoyo suck-offs, or the Hoyo shills are gonna be on my ass talking about, oh, well, it's only for this month. If you can actually see, in April, we made 120 mil. Like, for the month of May, Wuthering Waves made damn near half of Genshin Impact's revenue in 9 days. Do we not see the problem here? Like, are we seeing, like, why are we now saying that the game is failing and this is a sign that the game is gonna die? Like, this is not a sign that the game is gonna die. If a game can make almost half of Genshin Impact's fucking revenue in the span of 9 days, that means the game is pretty fucking good. The game must be really good if it made almost half of the revenue in 9 days. Imagine what it would have had in a month. Like, if we were gonna do this, like, let's just do this additively. If we take a month has 30, May has 31 days, right? If Wuthering Waves made roughly 25 million in 9 days, then that means in another 9 days it should roughly make, then again, 25 million, and then in another day 25 million. But you know, that's just assuming additively. If this is, like, you know, average, this isn't accounting for, like, you know, decreases in spending, hype fall offs, blah 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 blah. This is just assuming, like, base to base via, like, a ratio. 9 days, 25 million. That's the logic I'm using. It's just equating. It's just an equating ratio. It's not calculating for what's hype, if it fell off, if people are getting bored now that the game has had time to marinate. No, it's just a ratio. I'm being super specific about that because I don't want people going in the comments or some shit, or like then watching this and being like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about because he's not accounting for all this. I'm not accounting for all that shit. If we take this at a ratio perspective, talking in a ratio, Wuwa should have made over 70 mil. talking in a ratio in a month. Again, you know, it's not the greatest thing, but you get the point. The point is that if Wuthering Waves came out in the beginning of the month, there is a good shot that Wuthering Waves probably would have made more money than Genshin this month. Because this is the month of May, and Wuthering Waves came out on May 22nd. The Wuthering Waves only had 9 days of 31. Wuthering Waves had less than 50% of the time that Genshin had in comparison to make as much money as it did. And it made almost half of Genshin's revenue this month. How is that a sign that the game is not a competitor? Like, genuinely, how is that not a sign? Like, we're not playing the same game. Like, how do we look at this and think it's negative? Like, it does not make sense. It's asinine to think that. Like, it's actually insane. Another one, on the first week, the Genshin killer, in quotes, is under Arknights. That's literally a game from 5 years ago. It's almost like the game that was out for 5 years actually had time to develop a proper player base because it's been out for so long. That's crazy. I know it's a crazy concept for people, but it's like, yeah, the game that's been out longer is literally gonna have a bigger player base. Wow, I know, right? Insane. Wow. Another one, Wu failed hard with its launch, and the revenue will only decrease over time. After the honeymoon, it will fall hard. I don't see how making 25 million in 9 days is falling off, and how that's a failed launch. If I'm if I'm correct, I'll put a screenshot of like the joint revenues with mobile and PC across all regions. But I'm pretty sure Wuthering Waves made around 50 million, maybe a 51-ish. It was between like the 45-ish to 50 mil from what I've seen that they made over the course of the month of May in the span of 9 days. So I don't see how that means that it failed hard at launch. Genuinely, I don't. You Genshin fans just want to like dick suck the game so hard when Hoyo doesn't give 2 fucks about you guys, and it's like, it's crazy to me. Like, it's actually asinine. Like, how do you look at this and you're just like, yeah, this is good. Like, this is all right. Like, it's bewildering to me, genuinely. It really is. Like, you can't look at the fact that a game made on mobile 25 mil in 9 days and be like, yep, that's a failed game, you know? That's a failed game. Should have made 50. Like, no, what? Like, are you out of your damn mind? Like, it probably did make 50 on mobile. I'm gonna be honest. It probably did make around like the 30-40 mark on mobile. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. But, you know, we only had 9 days of the 31 days of the month to see that. So it's like, I don't fucking know. Like, shit. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's like these Genshin Impact fans are out of their minds. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't look at that and be like, yeah, that's bad. Like, no, like, that's really fucking good. The hell? Like, we're out here just saying anything now. Holy shit. Like, Wuthering Waves is never gonna fail, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This is a good sign that Wuthering Waves is here to stay. Wuthering Waves is going to continue to flourish and prosper like it has been right now. So don't listen to these fucks. Like, people are saying that Wuthering Waves is gonna fail. It's not gonna fail. It's not gonna fail. It's not. People said the same thing about PGR, and PGR didn't fail. So Wuthering Waves is not gonna fail. But with that being said, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Genshin stands, get a life. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the game is not gonna fail. Like, I don't know why you guys are so desperate for the game to fail. But yeah, that's really it. That being said, I'm Zeus, and I'm out. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.